Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom forgotten by the world, there was a king named ALRIC. He once ruled with wisdom and grace, a beacon of hope for his people. His lands were prosperous, his subjects loyal, and his name spoken with reverence across the realms. Yet, even the brightest sun can be obscured with dark clouds. Over time, shadows of doubt crept into his heart. It began with small failures, a poor harvest, a squabble in the kingdom, the loss of a trusted advisor. These cracks in his reign grew, and the once confident king found himself overwhelmed by uncertainty. His closest friends distanced himself, and even his people began to whisper that he was no longer the ruler they had known. His self-doubt grew into the void, and soon he could not recognize the man he saw in the mirror. The once great King ALRIC had become nothing but a shadow of himself. Isolated within the cold walls of his grand palace, ALRIC wandered alone. His thoughts consumed him, and the burden of his own self-doubt became too great to bear. He believed he had lost his ways, and in losing himself, he had also lost the kingdom he cherished so deeply. One evening in the depths of his despair, ALRIC stumbled upon an ancient legend of a gemstone hidden deep within the mountains to the east of his kingdom. This gemstone, the tale said, possessed the power to restore lost strength and grant its bearer the wisdom to rise once more. Desperate for a cure to his crumbling spirit, ALRIC made a decision that would change his life forever. Without informing anyone, he mounted his horse and set out alone on an epic journey to find the gemstone. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, as he traveled through forests, climbed steep cliffs, and crossed treacherous rivers. His body grew weary, and his spirit hung by a thread. But the hope of the gemstone kept him moving forward. One fateful day, after what felt like a lifetime of searching, ALRIC found himself standing before a vast, shining cave. Inside, there was a pedestal of ancient stone, upon which lay a shimmering gemstone, glowing with an inner light. His heart raced as he approached it, his hand trembling with anticipation. He reached out to take the stone, expecting a surge of power to flood his veins, to feel himself restored to his former glory. But when his hand closed around the gemstone, nothing happened. ALRIC stood in the cave holding the stone, waiting for the miracle that would never come. His heart sank deeper than it ever had before. He had failed. The legend had been nothing but false hope, and he was no closer to finding the king he once was. With a heavy heart, he cast the gemstone aside, his glow fading in the shadows. ALRIC sank to his knees, his tears mingling with the cold stone beneath him. In that moment of utter hopelessness, he realized something profound. He had been searching for strength in the wrong place. No magical gemstone could restore him. Power he sought never been outside of him. It had been within him all along. The journey The hardships, the isolation, all of it had brought him to the moment of clarity. He didn't need the gemstone because he had his own strength. It never left him. He had simply forgotten how to trust in it. He had forgotten how to trust in himself as he sat in that quiet cave. A calm washed over him. ALRIC rose, not as a broken king, but as a man who had found his true self once more.